Hello and welcome once again to Crazy Comics and Stories. It's me, your charming and delightful old Uncle Rat Bastard. I do not have Joe at the other end of the series of tubes and wires due to our schedules not meshing and other things. This is a fill-in episode. And you know what that means. Yes, it's Free Comic Book Day, which happened back in May, where myself, Crazy Joe Ryder, or Joe Crazy Ryder, or Joe Ryder, who is insane and crazy, piled into a car with our friend Bunkhouse Butch, drove up to St. Cloud to pick up our free comic books, and then drove back to the Twin Cities and drove around to different comic shops. This is a ride-along episode. That means two things. One, there is no theme. It's just three nerds in a car talking about whatever they're talking about. And two, the audio quality is not as good as it is when we do the recording with our podcast equipment because we're riding in a car. Now, because of this, there's also times where we get out of the car. When we get out of the car, you're going to hear this. And that means that there is a break where we either got out to use the rest stop, a gas station, or some other place, or even we stop to get out and go to a comic shop. So, enjoy this fill-in episode. We're live, partner!
So how much was the tip there, Joe?
I'm talked off. I don't know, I think I hit 18%. I wanted to hit 10, but they didn't offer it.
10,
all right.
10 comic shops?
Free Comic Book Day.
One day.
2023.
We're live, pal!
No! Let me do that again.
Let me do that again.
We're just leaving Denny's.
Where Joe had 55 eggs again.
Chicken steak. Chicken steak.
They don't even serve chicken steak anymore.
Chicken steak.
I thought I could do 56, but that 54th one was a little rotten, I think.
What was the name of those sisters on the commercial?
Now, the car won't be as loud this time around because Chris has graciously let us use her car.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah. She said
Where is she? Thank you, Chris. There she is.
She said we couldn't go in it, though. So
that doesn't look like Chris. That looks more like a fembot.
Fembot. Yeah, you guys miss a lot of stuff. You should have joined us, man. We covered everything. So that's about it.
The booth next to us was open.
Good night.
And dirty.
Yeah, my guess is it wasn't a lot. We had a choice to make. We could have stayed there all day and waited for our bill. But we already had a bill, so we got up and left. So we're going to Free Comic Book Day.
Why do you want to attack Bill in his house?
Not with them dogs.
Wait, there was a Taco Bell right close by?
Yeah.
It was.
Oh.
I know, and they have breakfast.
All 8 of them down the hatch.
That's where I went and got them. All right. Free Comic Book Day. So our first stop, we're heading north. 3 places. Ali Garzero's wife runs a...
We tell you where we are, but we don't want anybody
to follow us. Yeah, people are honking already. And already I'm going to start bitching because this mother's on my tail. It wouldn't be my tail if I was driving my cop car.
Or if you'd speed up.
I can't. There's someone in front of us.
Oh, like that's an excuse.
Well, I don't understand.
You were sleeping during physics class, weren't you?
Physics class?
Yep.
What in the name of what in Bernoulli's equation are you talking about?
So I just finished reading the latest book, JSA, Jeff Johns. And it was the second
Jeff is
part.
spelled with a G in his case. GSA.
Jeff Johns.
Yeah, Jeff John. Jeff.
The second part of their fight against, how do you say his name? Mordu?
Black Adam.
Nope. That was afterwards.
Mordru.
That's it. Oh my God. What?
So this is the stuff from 30 years ago?
Oh, hell yeah.
Excellent.
It's better than most of the stuff going on now.
Most?
Well, Mark Wade's writing it now.
JSA?
Yeah.
All right.
No, JSA is being written by Jeff Johns again.
Oh, that's why. He's writing World's Finest.
Somebody pointed out to me. Who's writing World's Finest? Mark Wade?
Yep. And
Wade's
he's doing
Finest.
Yeah, we should call it. Because he's branching off into Teen Titans. But yeah, it
Is
was.
George Perez drawing it?
Oh my gosh, what a fight! Because everybody involved, including all their reservists, the whole fight is just amazing because it's like, how the hell are they going to end this? Cause
Who's drawing this?
I don't even remember because there's just different people drawing it.
Leonard Kirk?
And you're waiting for
later?
the big scene, between Power Girl. Power Girl gets up and just bam, bam, lays him with like 8 headshots, just smashes him.
Are you reading the trade?
Doesn't phase him. Oh yeah.
Okay.
And that's what was killer because it ends on a cliffhanger in the last trade, and then I had to wait 4 years for the next one.
Yeah, because I waited a month. Read the next.
And then it goes into, because Black Adam, that's where he takes over his country by killing everybody that disagrees with him. And he has, I forget the name, Mindwave, Nemesis, and they're all kind of like anti-heroes. What was the big guy, Atom Smasher?
Mm-hmm.
Or did he just call himself Atom?
Atom Smasher.
He was like 1,200 feet tall. But what happened was those issues crossed over into Hawkman. And the book, they put him in the wrong detail. Because it starts out,
really?
You're reading it, and it's like, oh, they're in the middle of the fight, they're getting their ass kicked, they're just getting defeated, and you're thinking, okay, well, decompressed style. You could see in the last issue, Black Adam and his group take over the country by outright killing the guy this guy is not a saint. He's basically using child labor.
This guy. This fucking guy.
I call him the Strode of the country. Lives in his little compound, makes people do what he wants. Cory's case are imaginary, but you know what I'm talking about.
No, they deliver.
So when he does die, you're like, yeah, good going, Black Adam.
This is in comic books of 2020.
And all code approved. Well, no, there was no code back then. But then the next issue is the crossover with Hawkman, and they're all like, oh yeah, we're just sitting around, blah, blah, blah.
How much does he weigh?
And then it goes back to Justice League. And Justice League is like, or Justice Society, and they're all getting beat, and then they finally win, and it goes back to Hawkman. We're like, okay, well, we're going to the country, and they get to the country. As soon as they get there, they get blown out of the sky. It's like, did the editor even read the fucking book and discover you put these issues in the wrong order? Fortunately, Kray's mind put them in the right order. But I'm like, really? And I paid $44 for this, and you guys couldn't even do that.
$42.
I beat it up.
The nimble mind of Hercules has
It was a good story.
It was.
And it
I was loving it.
Ended on, yeah, the whole run was brilliant. And then it ended on a cliffhanger.
Who was writing Hawkman?
I have to look at it.
I think that was Jeff Johns as well.
You think so?
You might have, I don't know if he's writing it or if he just did the crossovers.
He just drew the crossovers.
And what was cool about the Justice Society, unlike, well, when what was
Straczynski?
Yeah, when he was writing it, they're like, oh, Justice Society is old. We don't want them anymore. We'll put them in an alternative parallel to fight
Surtur
Ragnarok forever.
Yeah.
No, that was before Len.
It was.
Roy Thomas was told to get rid of them.
Yep.
And that was done at like the Crisis thing, right? Was that the thing that wrapped them up for Crisis?
Len had done a series.
Len did a series where they got out of that.
Well,
drawn by Mike Parabet,
there were
maybe?
3 series that came out, and as soon as they came out, DC canceled.
Yeah.
And the weird thing was, JSA went like 20 issues. It's like, and I just remember because I was on a panel with Glenn, and I think he was kind of...
Glenn Straczynski.
At first, I think he was kind of annoyed at what I was saying, because I was like, yeah, there's no reason for me to order these. And he's like, well, why not? I said, well, it's so stupid. I said, first of all, it's a good book, but when DC comes out and says, yeah, these books have been canceled, and I don't even have the first issues, you've really taken away my incentive to give it any support.
Did that one go like 4 issues or something?
10.
That one went
Yeah.
10. Yeah, I'm
And I
sure
forget
of
what
that.
the other two books that came out in DC did the same thing. And I was like, what makes you do stuff like that, DC?
Yeah.
It was stupid.
However,
And then he
I told you
understood
not to
my
be
point.
stupid, you moron.
Oh, I'm constantly telling DC not to be stupid. DP, listen, Paige.
is that a quote?
Yes, that's Howard Stern's dad.
I told you not to be stupid.
You can't change the words to songs. You guys see the Weird movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
I had no idea that,
That's how it happened.
Michael Jackson copied it. He went out there, I'm doing my own original songs. And his steamy affair with Madonna. Oh man, the way she took over that country and had to mow her down.
I knew the ending.
Yeah. So Weird Al gets the tombstone. Oh, spoilers! Gets the tombstone from the movie, puts it in his yard. His wife notices it a year later.
Oh God, what's that like to have your wife notice something?
There was this thing. I'm watching. Yeah, it said, you're married? To you! I don't do married men. Neither do I, but still. There's this guy online who.
Shut up! I'm reading the Justice
What
Society.
he did with all of his photos, he put Skeletor in the background. And like 5 years later, his wife is going through pictures, and it's like, you put her in all of our wedding photos!
That's right!
And there's a picture like those two embracing on a beach, and then way on the end is Skeletor on the beach. Little tiny splashing water.
Oh man!
Now that's humor.
Not just the same little figure. I just pictured it was the same thing.
Might have been. I only saw a couple of them.
He's splashing water. I said.
Stop laughing at me.
Was it animated by Ray Harryhausen or
Gary.
Ray Harryhausen?
Tim. Oh, Kray was emailing me last night.
What?
What'd you say?
What a dope.
What a dope. This is bullshit.
Ray was emailing me all night last night.
Fake. Now there's certain things from the shop that'll just be immortal. Fake.
Hey, you see my keys around here anywhere?
Bob actually laughed at that one.
Oh no, while you're watching the wrestling stuff, it's all fake.
Fake. The other one, I'm on
Unlike
the phone.
those comics you're buying,
I'm
huh?
on the phone and
It's all going in pedophile.
talking to some lady. I said, Dave, will you go see if we have this on the shelf? And who comes walking in? Serendipity, baby!
Did I walk in and say
and
that?
The lady on the phone started laughing. What I think? Serendipity, baby.
That was from those commercials with Dick Vitale, remember that? I don't remember, I couldn't tell you what it was, but it was funny. You just quote things of your time, you know? Whatever stood out, and then it just goes away forever.
Arg.
I knew it. What are you talking about?
Oh, he fell flat on his R's.
If you're feeling warm, there's a seat warmer here.
I'm not feeling warm. I'm going to have to go get a code-approved coat.
My connection turned. Actually, your site's 66. I can turn it up a bit.
66.
I'm so used to these in the squad car, it's like, okay, temperature's 100 degrees or nothing.
Oh, or nothing. Nothing degrees?
That's the other thing. When it
by
was
what
like 80 degrees a couple weeks ago, I turned on the AC. It's like, little tiny puff of cold dust. It needs to be recharged. I'm all right. And I'm thinking, it's going to be like 80 in the car. So I think that was one year we're going, okay, we got time to cool off. Sorry, people listening. Okay, we're cool off enough.
Oh, we got to be on Celebrity Watch, too, in the cars next to us, Cory. I always see somebody famous.
Hey, it's Tim Kaiser.
I saw, we saw, what's-his-face, Jay Briscoe already this morning.
Jeez. That was Alan Moore.
I saw Dee Snider a few days ago.
With or without makeup?
Yes.
I've been following Dee Snider on Twitter. He is one of the funniest, coolest guys on the planet.
Who are you following on Twitter? Alan Moore?
Snyder.
Yeah.
Snyder. Doesn't ring a bell.
He used to buy comics from us, remember?
Yeah, he did.
Hey, has this one got Batman's eyes drawn in? Yeah, I'll take it.
You have the Manumina Falcon.
I bought Pope John Paul 2. Do you have Pope John Paul 1?
When's Pope John Paul 3 coming out?
When's the sequel to The Life of Christ being printed?
When's issue 12 of Camelot 3000 coming out?
Do you serve crabs here?
Never. How about issue 6?
I'm waiting for the next issue of Miss Mystic. Well, we'd be in St. Cloud already, but people are driving like assholes.
Yeah, this free comic book day traffic is really embarrassing.
Terrible,
this
terrible.
time around.
Terrible. It's just terrible.
So here's something to talk about.
Yeah.
What do you consider the first appearance of Wolverine?
Me?
Yeah. Trick question.
X-Men 112. Uncanny X-Men.
Subtle. Oh, sorry, no, it was X-Men at the time. You're wrong.
115, I meant.
Isn't that cute?
Oh, that's
But you're wrong!
Killed Jean Kray.
What if? See, that's a big thing guys are arguing online, because generally it's figured Hulk 181. Oh, but he had a...
He showed up at the end of
Cameo.
180.
So that should be the first...
Which I had, and then wondered what happened in the next issue, because even then it was scarce.
So people are like,
Then
how
I
come
got one for a
180 's not
nickel.
more expensive, because that's the first appearance.
You know
No,
what?
it's getting crazier, because now people...
I'm so far beyond that
what's
crap
going
at
up
this
in
point.
value are like Malibu's Sun, because it's got the first appearance of Spawn.
Yeah.
Or I sold an Amazing
Heroes.
that had the first printed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
Huh?
across from like a blurb, like, hey, this is coming.
Yeah.
Parody of
yeah.
Ronin. That issue was like $150.
I used to pile up those giveaways.
Oh yeah, I love them. My favorite were always the swimsuit issues.
Was there an ad that Wolverine appeared in an issue
Yeah.
of Thor or something?
It's starting-
They've reprinted that.
Yeah,
That deal.
it's starting to. Be like, oh, that's the first appearance of Thor. These guys are arguing online.
I just like a good
I don't
genre me to cover.
understand why 180 ain't higher price than 181.
Yeah, go ahead and don't understand that.
Yeah.
You know, I just like I always.
Well, then pay more for it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not.
that's what people are telling them.
It's never about that to me. It's more about who would win, Wolverine or the Hulk,
Well, seeing as how Hulk ripped Wolverine in half.
and threw his legs up the mountain.
And then you always
Then he
get
had to crawl up
you
and
always
get
get the guy who's like, oh, whoever's writing it. Ah, very good, Biscuit. I think your muffin's rising.
Who would win? Pretty Peter
Yeah,
Avalon.
Wolverine is about as strong as Joe, and the Hulk is as strong
Hey, I
as
told you I had 58 eggs.
the Hulk is as strong as a dozen men. Oh, well, that's Mr. Hyde.
I warmed up with 4 before you got there.
I have the strength of 11 men. You smell like 11 men.
The other one that's going crazy now? Dan Slott is doing a Spider-Man issue.
Oh, I don't understand why that's not more valuable than Hulk
It
180.
is. He had a character called Spider-Boy show up in, I think, issue 7.
Yeah.
And it's,
I like how it showed up too. It's like all these characters that had been the Morlun. If what was it?
he
There was
played
a
by-
special knife, and if you were killed, not only did you die, but people forgot you ever existed.
Damn.
So at the end of the story, they fix things. Spider-Woman comes back, Peter Parker comes back, and then Spider-Boy comes back. And
Was he played
everybody's
by
like,
Clint Howard?
who the hell's Spider-Boy?
Clint Howard.
Well, that would be when he was a boy. But,
Yeah, that's right. He's not a boy anymore. I think of him as the gentleman.
but I like that whole, what do you mean you don't remember me? You're all jerks.
has been done.
I'm not familiar. Where is that from?
Spider-Man number 7.
Spider-Man number 7.
And you'll never find
Yeah,
it.
but which Spider-Man number 7? Because I
The
bet
new
there's
one.
90 of them.
And the problem
The
is,
one drawn by John Romita Jr.?
the problem is,
Oh, okay,
it
okay.
became a $20 back issue the minute it came out. We're
Yeah.
like, first appearance Spider-Boy, let's go crazy.
I'm going to have Clint Howard sign my copy.
And then,
I'm not kidding.
and then, people started pointing out, that's not the first Spider-Boy.
Oh.
What is the first Spider-Boy?
Good.
You know?
Well, all be super amalgamated.
Yeah,
Yep.
of course I know. I
So
don't
now-
even know what the hell you
now
were talking
people-
about just now.
People are putting, no, it's the craziness of back issues. 'Cause
Yeah.
now all of a sudden people are like, oh, that's a $50 back issue now. No, it isn't. Fucking lucky if it's in the dollar bin.
I think it was in that Jack Kirby Captain America annual with Magneto.
And of course people like the,
With peepers?
what was the
Yeah, that was him. Spider-Man.
first Spider-Man, Superman crossover? You know, the big tabloid side? Nope. It occurred years earlier in the little bubblegum things that you could get out of the bubblegum machines.
Actually, if you want the truth, it was in Spider-Man #3 when the letterer misspelled
But
Spider-Man. and
that
called him
was a
Superman.
mention. That
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
a cameo.
Yep.
In the bubblegum thing, you actually see his butt.
And I'll never forget the time J. Jonah Jameson was yelling at the spider outside his window. All right, who sent you?
No.
Are you a spy for Spider-Man?
That's when he was yelling at Godzilla. Godzilla.
Oh, yeah, he was.
He knew how to use hot breath against other hot breath. Oh man.
Oh, man.
There, that's what you join for. Comic book talk.
Love me some comic books. With terrible memory for details. Those details.
Real men don't ask you for nudes. Real men ask you for pictures of Spider-Man.
Or picture of Starfire. No, please. I love Jack.
Spider-Man. Wait, which Starfire?
Pretty much any of them.
The 70s one?
Yeah, the 70s one.
70s girl one?
Living as a 70s girl.
More comics.
Why doesn't Marvel Comics do a ROM omnibus?
They don't have enough money to get the license.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Disney's broke.
They made $1 billion since we started talking about it.
Yeah.
Don't let Ron DeSantis know.
They did that little Godzilla black and white reprint.
The Essential?
Yeah. I haven't even looked to see what that's priced. Cory was telling me the Trial of Flash trade paperback is like ungodly expensive now.
Really?
$75.
Yeah.
When you can find it. And
you
the
read it?
story is goddamn awful.
Yeah. Did you read it when it was current, or is this a
Yes.
is this a current assessment, or?
I hated it back then.
Well, it was ugly.
And then when they put out the showcase, I said, well, okay, maybe because it was stretched out for 2 years. No.
And that's why I bought it.
Awful.
One, it was $5, and for $5 it's a solid rating. But then I'm like, yeah, maybe it's better than I remember. And Cory's last podcast, oh my God, just take that thing out and burn it with your Secret Wars omnibus. That's $500. 2. Sorry.
Burn it. Burn it with fire.
Burn it. All right, speaking of burn,
Let me be the first one to say something about Space Aliens Cafe up here. Cafe.
oh, we gotta wait till we get to it.
Well, I thought of it.
We're just going to stop and get fries.
Yep.
We're just gonna stop.
I'm just gonna
We're
go-
just gonna stop and throw the flash trade in there and then burn the whole
I'm
place.
gonna take pictures of the Orbit soda.
Ooh.
Speaking of burn,
Yes, John Byrne.
I just finished reading the Burn omnibuses 1 and 2.
Fantastic Four omnibuses 1 and 2.
Other than, yeah, because there's, I guess,
Byrne's done
everything John
a few
Byrne's ever done.
omnibuses.
But it was actually pretty good.
What was it again?
The
I was
thing
thinking
was,
of Don Perlin's
is
Thor run.
I
Like
forget.
one issue.
I forgot half the stuff because hey, we're looking for a car to pick up.
What are we talking about?
The Fantastic Four by Byrne.
Oh,
See, if you weren't trying to be so witty,
No, I was spaced out.
that's okay. I was. Hey, Lake. What were you talking about?
Yeah.
Richie Lake. Poor Jenny Craig.
I was at my comic fervor was at a fever pitch when Byrne was doing the FF. Probably peaking right around the Terrax Galactus story.
Yes.
I mean, I was out of my mind. That was when I was at my most insane. And you guys knew me later.
Oh,
I was at my most insane.
that's one of the things I remember. You know, Galactus, he's getting ready to go, I say the name!
Yeah.
And then the fight begins. What I love, though, and I found out later, is like the pissing match between Byrne and Claremont, because in an episode of X-Men, Byrne had a bird lady that was wonking Professor X. What was her name?
Deathbird.
No, different one. She shows up and threatens Reed Richards. If he does anything,
Lilandra.
You're going to be...
Yes.
Which, again, tied into...
There's
who's
Death
the guy
at Phoenix.
who fought the FF in... Was it issue 250?
Gladiator.
Gladiator.
And it was 250.
Came and fought him.
249 and 250.
He's talking about, I came here and I found out that Galactus came to Earth to die. And Reed Richards resurrected him. A fool.
Man and Superman.
And then it ties in later to the trial of Galactus, where John Byrne gets sucked to Chronicle and he goes, I always thought she was overgrown windbag, and it's like, yeah, they're busy feuding in the comics, feuding each other's storylines. I think we should throw them together and force them to do a comic book.
They did.
I know.
And it was terrible.
I know.
What was it?
JLA Classified.
It wasn't good?
No.
I mean, I know I read it.
Yeah.
Well, if you could actually read anything that Claremont writes.
I like Claremont.
Huh?
I like Claremont.
Yeah, well, I needed you to say it again because that's how many times he would have to say it. There's so many words he would need to say it.
No, it would be that, I picked up the comic, the paper, rustling in my hand. I scanned over the cover, and then slowly, taking one hand, opened it.
Revealing, yeah.
An ad on one side. The ad made me feel disgusted. But there on the other side was a splash page.
As I filled out a check for 59 cents for Cowboys.
And that was all on the splash page of his X-Men comic. God, the only problem was he never finished.
Because I'm the best there is at what I do, and what I
never
do
finished a
isn't
donut.
ready.
And I understand the whole thing between the Death of Phoenix, to come back to what you said, and X-Men 150.
But I was just smart.
But they did that thing where, like...
Wait, X-Men 150 or FF 250?
Banshee was introduced to his daughter, and they never refer to it again. It's like, wait a minute, you made a big deal about it last issue, and...
That was it.
And where did Spider-Woman go?
It was like real life.
But he never, he'd introduce things and like...
When's the Dazzler coming back?
Never get back to him. Oh, no, she showed up. Hi, guys. What? Wait, where'd she go? She's not in the next issue.
No, it's my turn.
And the other problem, that whole era, and again, I was reading it, it was like, you talk about the Golden Age, I was like, I can't wait for next issue.
Yeah.
All the villains were so ungodly powerful. Oh, yeah, we're gonna, I mean, it's not,
and well
it's
drawn.
not like Spidey's Super Story, where once they take the cosmic cube from Spidey, they have the cops put him in handcuffs and drag him away.
Thanos?
Yeah. And they never did say where he parked his copter.
They grounded that son of a bitch.
Oh.
Said Thanos right on the back
I mean,
of it, so
that
they know who
made
it was.
sense, But so many of the
That's
villains...
it, Thanos. We are going to Rikers Island.
So many of the villains in...
Super Stories had beautiful covers.
In X-Men were just... They were so powerful, it's like, we can't defeat them. We can
like who? Moses Magnum? Or?
They'll get away. It's like the whole thing from Crisis until Final Crisis. Every time they run into Darkseid, I will let you leave, Apocalypse, but next time we'll be enemies. Dude, you've said that to everybody in the DC Universe, and a few in the Marvel.
Silence! Or feel the wrath of my Omega beams!
When are you actually going to, like,
oh no!
somebody?
It's Darkseid!
Oh shit! It's Wayne Brady! Wayne Brady should play Darkseid.
Why is it always got to be black with
At
you?
this point.
Is Wayne Brady going to have
Yeah,
him
I
out of bed?
didn't even make the connection.
Yeah,
I was going for comedy and ending up with racism as we all
That
do.
was the
Chris acting of its own
how do you turn
accord.
off your wipers?
Hello, Chris. Car's upside down and the wipers are running.
Dave Chappelle skit.
Yeah, oh shit, it's Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady's getting...
Break yourself, fool!
He's like the black man that White America likes. cop pulls him over. Hey, did you know you were... Oh, it's you, Wayne Brady. I guess I can let you off. Good morning. Wayne Brady pulls out a gun, cops the cap, and Steve's like, what is it? Come on, drive.
He made him smoke crack.
Yeah.
He made him.
Oh my God. Talking about good humor. I'm waiting along with
so
that.
Funny. Dark side to go along with it too.
Oh no! It's Darkseid!
Yeah. Break yourself, fool.
That is terrifying.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's just my inflatable Darkseid I use to end every issue.
Worth a couple of grand, at least $1 grand in sales. I'd like to know what's behind that wall.
Stuff. The earth.
That's
Oh,
the source wall.
Humor! Work at the
Just the
airport!
source wall. Oh, it was. It was the source wall. Yuga Khan was there staring at me.
Chaka Khan.
Yuga Khan. Yuga Khan. Yuga Khan. Yuga Khan.
Khan!
That's it. I'm going to start my own con. Call it Chaka Con.
With blackjack and hookers.
I'm going to invite
Only
James
forget the
Earl
blackjack.
Jones. You watch Big Bang Theory?
I did.
Did you see the one with James Earl Jones on it?
I must have. I know I did.
Sheldon's looking for people to go in his con because they couldn't get into the San Diego con. And he discovers
me either.
through tweeting that James Earl Jones goes to the same Chinese restaurant like every day. So it starts out James Earl Jones looking at him and he pulls on there, Sheldon looking at him. James looks at him. Let me guess.
Yeah.
You like Star Wars. Sheldon shakes his head. And you're a fan and you like to talk about it. She shakes his head. Well, so am I. Sit down! And then there was, and they're sitting there eating like a giant ice cream. And then there was that time in The Lion King where you said this. Oh, that was so cool. And James would go, yeah, it was. I don't know, it's just hilarious. I got a Lion King residual check burning a hole in my pocket. So they go all over the place, much to Sheldon's chagrin. So the last thing they do is they go to prank Carrie Fisher.
Oh,
And they ring his doorbell and run. Wait.
She calls him out by name.
Doesn't she like it? Yeah, and she's batshit crazy. Or bat crazy, and they run. That isn't funny, James! Why am I laughing? Fun fact?
Yes.
At that episode, first time they'd ever met in real life.
No.
Yeah, because he did all this stuff voiceover.
Wow.
And after the fact, he was never on the set.
I was. Oh no, that was David.
I read one of those big books, oral history of Big Bang Theory. All sorts of goofy little stuff like that just makes you go, hey.
James, say it. Say the line. Say the line, James. Fine. This is CNN. Yay!
Hey guys, do you mind? I'm trying to talk with Lisa. We're sorry. That is your Simpsons reference. That was at Free Comic Book Day. I'm sure it's on one of the podcasts. We're driving in the van and we have Julie in the car. Oh, I don't like Simpsons.
Oh man.
And she
This is
endured
going to be a bad trip for you.
the next half hour of Simpson.
I don't like the Simpsons.
Wait to keep down these engine block eggs. We'll be sitting ready.
I don't have to listen to these wild accusations.
What? That's just a wild stereotype. What?
You think you've got problems? Try raising my kid.
Peter, aren't you gonna say something? Yeah, I've been barking at that tree for years.
There it is. Indeed.
Come for breakfast, stay for the hard-boiled eggs.
Come for breakfast. Stay for surgery. You need to stay for the anal
Hey,
plug.
oh man, they got a mattress sale today. Didn't you know it's Free Comic Book Day? Silly Ashley.
I wonder if I have enough money for a mattress.
Wow, a mattress sale. They never have those.
Never.
My first comic is in better shape than my mattress. And I buried that with my mother.
Serious?
I did, like an idiot. Don't ever do something like that.
Let's find out.
What,
where
bury your
it's
mother in a mattress?
And that was
Oh
your
my God.
that was your beloved Amazing Fantasy 15, right? That
I never cared. Never
came
cared.
back restored.
I never cared for Ditko back then.
Didn't much care for Spider-Man.
Restored.
And then to this day,
The Spider-Man story was okay, but the backup sucked.
had he not freaked out and sold it cheap for $5,000, he probably it's now $30,000, even if it's restored.
Yeah, well,
35 more miles of this, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
of this?
Yeah.
Tell us about the JSA again.
Well, they use 3 letters in their name. A, J, and S.
And Green Lantern had an onion tied to his belt, which was the fashion at the time.
Yeah. Shake harder, boy.
And he stole our dignity.
Well, when $100,000 isn't worth begging for. How was Quantumania?
Didn't
I've
see
not
it.
seen it.
Black Adam.
Didn't see it.
Pretty good.
My chiropractor and I used to talk Marvel movies all the time because he's a big Marvel guy like me.
My
And
chiropractor.
he ain't yours. And I had to go see him, try to figure out why this dizziness is going on. Hey, whoa, what'd you think of the? Oh, ready for Guardians? I said, I'm not sure. Last movie I saw was Doctor Strange. What? You didn't see Thor? You didn't watch any of the TVs? No, I'm like way behind. I'm in a bind. I'm way behind. I'm willing to make a deal.
Yeah.
I started watching all the Marvel movies.
Wait,
and
there's Marvel movies?
I stopped. Yeah.
They're making movies?
David Hasselhoff and
Reb Brown,
and
Captain America?
The Death of the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. The
Gen
trial
13.
of the Incredible Hulk.
Howard the Duck.
Gen 13, big Marvel hit.
Yeah. Generation
Teen
X.
Titans Go to the movies.
The Next Generation.
Hey, Stan Lee's in that one.
Well,
Stan Lee.
there you go.
Mallrats.
No more cameos for you, fanboy.
That's Howard the Duck.
What was the guy who used to do the
Howard the
panels
Duck.
and pizza? Adam.
Howard the Duck.
Sorry, Adam, I can't remember your last name. You're lucky I barely remember your first.
I've never known it.
He finally
But this pizza thing I
He
did
finally
too.
meets Stan Lee and he goes, I've been waiting years to see you stand without a beat. Sorry for making you wait, fanboy.
God, I know. It's a
Oh.
genius. That was you?
Did I ever tell you the tale of the autographed Stan Lee comic I bought in Hawaii?
Yes.
Okay, I won't regale you with that.
Regale me with some Justice League. No.
They're in the bus.
The Black Canary.
Jones.
Black
Along with
Carrington?
Jones.
Black Harrington.
Black Lightning.
Starting to. Black Lightning.
Where's Clark?
Oh man.
All right, anyway, you get a Joe Prize if you can catch up with all the
Pretty
mess
good.
comedy references we've just referenced in the last
Joe Prize.
Joe Prize. I don't think I've said that one. Well, I know I owe a few.
Well, you didn't win a million of them, so.
I filled my quota.
Ode to Joe.
Did you open up your history of the Marvel value stamps?
Yes.
I had mine at work and I had a choice. I could open it.
Or use it to hit somebody.
History of the Marvel value stamp.
Yeah, Roy Thomas did one. And what's weird is I didn't realize that I think it was one of the MCBA shows, Jamie from Graham Cracker Comics brought up, and he had on his wall the actual value stamp book. I had no idea it was a book. He had the book, he had one that was filled, one that was emptied.
And who won that? This Marvel comic could be worth $2,500 to you.
We found out.
Win this Schwinn.
We actually found out there was a reference in a paper that whoever won the contest. Somebody posted it online, which is one of those questions we've been asking since day one of our podcast. Now we'll get the emails. You didn't ask that question on podcast 1.
Day 1.
Thank you for...
Day 2. Day 1-ish.
Wasn't one of our listeners listening to all those podcasts from the one?
I think so. Butch.
Just tried.
Hot diggity dog.
Butch gave up.
He gave up.
I can't keep the internet around for more than a week at a time.
10 years of these?
13 years.
Oh, that's when he stopped.
600.
And the sad thing was, it was just Cory and I in a Denny's. Just us.
Wait, you mean we're supposed to post these?
In Barrow, Alaska.
We were supposed to record it. No, those shows are almost unlistenable.
Where in the world is Joe Ryder? So funny. So funny. Crazy days are me.
We should have done. Yeah, Cory, you never guess what I did in Barrow, Alaska today. Over.
And then played a soundbite. We're here on the beach where a giant shark has just eaten a girl swimmer.
Wouldn't you lend a hand to a friend?
Mr. Jaws! Yes, why are you grabbing my
I
hand?
remember calling up John Hines at KSTP Radio. Would you play Mr. Jaws? No.
On KSTP?
Yeah.
Don't be hasty.
We're taking requests. No.
Well, then play Hubba Hubba Zoot Zoot again.
No, that was later.
Oh,
Are you doing monthly?
that was later. No, I
Hubba Hubba Zoot Zoot.
You were making me laugh.
Would you play Earache My Eye?
Dun-dun-dun, 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 dun-dun-dun.
My basketball coach, he done
Kick me off the team.
Well, anyway,
Shh, you want to get sued?
you want to get sued? Cory said that to me once,
Oh, she
35 years ago. Oh, you mean the shinning?
So what's the last comic you read that you liked?
Last comic I read that I liked. Oh,
Yeah.
I picked up at the library and read a Deadpool series that was done in the form of
It was
a
done in the 40s.
role-playing game.
Oh no.
And it is all over the place, and it had to be the most difficult book to write ever. It was a blast to read, though. It looked great. A lot of fun. And I read it straight. I did not try skipping all over the place. It was like you took an entire 5-issue series and threw it against the wall and picked up the pieces and just put them in random order. It was excellent. Excellent fun.
There's a couple books like that.
So good job,
Didn't,
dude.
Walt Simonson did that in a Thor where like the Celestials were chasing the Fantastic Four. Or was that?
No, that was a Fantastic Four issue.
Yeah, Simonson's FF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And wasn't it the one about where we find out that we haven't really seen Doctor Doom in years because he's been time traveling?
Yeah.
No, that was there, but there was an episode where
Judge Peace was in this Deadpool series too, by the way, because there was time
somebody's
travel.
bouncing around in time. And I read it straight through like you did, not realizing, no, you're supposed to read the panels that Richard's in because they're all time-coded, so you can read how he was bopping through the story.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. And I didn't realize that until later, because I just read it and go, oh, wow, that's brilliant.
I read that stuff at the time, but it seemed incomplete. You know, I mean, like it sticks with me, but I don't feel like I ever understood what happened.
And didn't Elwood do that in a Silver Surfer one?
He did one that was a Mobius strip.
Oh, yeah. Which was pretty amazing, too.
Then Alan Moore had that one issue of Prometheus, which if you took it apart and laid it out, it was all one big panel.
It's the last issue, which is why it's so bloody expensive.
I had picked up a book called, I think, Mr. Invincible, which is kind of a comic strip thing, and I think it might be French. And this guy will travel throughout the panels of his strip, and maybe he'll spot what's going on at the end, so then the rest of the strip is him preventing that from happening.
Oh.
And, yeah, you guys need to see it.
Oh,
It's
I think
really
I
up
have
your
it.
alley, Joe.
Image did it, didn't they?
I don't remember if it was. I don't know. I feel more like
I
it was
think
just
I have
like
it.
it was a book and not published by one of the comic
I'll have to
companies.
check.
I've been meaning
that rings a bell.
I've been meaning to bring you guys in on that, but again,
You're very exclusive.
internet problems.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm exclusive as hell. I'm in a club of one.
Woohoo!
No one gets in.
Alive.
No one here gets out
No one
alive.
gets out. This issue, everybody dies.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so dying to do that on a Crazy Rider Comics retailer.
I'm still waiting for those. I want to get them all online.
Oh.
I don't have. I've only got like the Kiss issue to #1.
It's good. Jess doesn't have all that shit posted?
I don't see Jess ever.
God, I mean, he's got the original art. You think
Yeah,
he'd just have it at all?
Oh,
Well,
no, he sold that original art on a Heritage Auction ages ago.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
why
For
he
I wonder-
15,000 a page.
That's why he never talks to us. Not worth his effort.
Yeah, with all those issues, he's got like $150,000. Which now is worth $10,000.
You know, the Kiss issue alone, Gene Simmons won't let it sell for less than $5,000.
Hey, Gene Simmons' Dominatrix is coming back.
Grace Freely. Shocked me. Crazy. I will just sit around laughing at the Pat bathroom page when I'm just by myself.
I should have.
In my head too. I'm not looking at it.
I should have known.
Phoenix never lies.
That we should have blown up and should have even designed it as a door shaped, so we could have put a door-sized poster of it on the bathroom door.
Or basically, you could do like a double door spread of Pat's first appearance. Ha! I'm here.
Pat is here. Pat is here.
Talking of subtle humor, you know how the only time Pat is lucid is when he's talking to me.
Yeah, a brilliant take that was just something that occurred in nature and not intended.
I am coming for you.
Poor Arthur Adams.
I should have known you weren't a Kiss fan when you dressed up like Peter Criss. Even Peter Criss doesn't want to be Peter Criss. Hey, dude, so here we're talking to Pete, who's his wife, done Gene Simmons. How's it feel? It feels like I've done Kiss.
Oh my God, look at those tires.
Well, it just goes, I'm going on this side.
Yeah, they're leaning this way. Go that way.
So I figure I go this way.
Jesus Christ.
I'm in
oh, well, at least when we pass the first pile, there's several more piles to
Hey,
pass.
I had a good run.
Holy shit.
Hey, at least it's not a load of
And
logs.
then later on,
If it's a load of logs, I'm
they're in the
freaking out.
garage with Gene Simmons, and his tongue unravels and goes off screen. You hear, oh, hello, Gene.
What are we talking? Oh, we're talking about Family Guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Talk about the Family Guy.
Da, 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 da.
It's Seth MacFarlane. When's the next episode of the Orville going to hit? Yeah, I'm out of luck.
Going to shit.
But no, they're going to reboot X-Files.
They're going to reboot.
Hopefully they
Everything.
reboot Briscoe County Jr. then too, and then you can run them both on Friday nights again, and we'll just sit at the shop and play
I've
those
got that
every
on DVD. I haven't watched it all. I remember
Yeah, I need to get
the
that.
episode where
if you see that today.
he's looking at a giant orb or whatever, and all of a sudden he shows up. I gotta take this. Trust me, you'll understand.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, that's time travel.
Yeah, I gotta get me a piece of that.
Same thing like in Bill and
Jack of
Ted's
all
Excellent
trades.
Adventure. Okay, remind me to go steal my dad's keys and put it behind the bushes. They're there. Hey, what do you know? I did take them.
Man.
This truck's leaning too. Let's Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars, nothing at all. Did you ever watch X-Files when it came out?
Not really.
My wife
Well,
loves the X-Files.
Again, it would be on at the shop.
And I started watching it with her. It's funny because what it's known for is like, oh, the X-Files conspiracy theory came about by accident because like Gillian Anderson got pregnant. They couldn't be on a number of episodes.
Yeah.
So they had to come up with a reason. Oh, she was abducted.
Who was it? Eric Cartman was
Yep.
adopted.
I had a dream that the sun came out of my ass and Scott Bale gave me pink eye.
I got adopted by Annie. So you see,
Simon.
Simon and Simon wasn't brothers in real life, only on television.
What a report. Comics? Anyone? Comics? There's South
What
Park
are they?
comics? Are there South Park comics?
Hey, we're coming up to rest area. Do we need a rest?
Kinda.
Oh, they're working. The hard-boiled eggs.
There was no South Park comic. Which surprises me because, boy, they put out that shitty video game within like a half hour of the show getting on TV.
Well, that's how long it took them to produce it.
Oh.
But there was a Gorgo comic, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, ties right into the South Park comic.
Avert your eyes, Butch. All these people hiring will scare you.
Well, yeah, but
CDL.
I
Dango.
bet you they're paying
Hey, they're hiring. It's Dango.
diesel mechanics.
You could be Butch Dango and work with Fandango.
Oh, I want to be Bunkhouse Butch.
And then Dirty Dango.
Yeah, true.
By the way, that is his name now. Fandango. He's now Dirty Dango.
Where is this?
Impact Wrestling, baby.
Impact Wrestling. All right, good for him. Good for him. Hopefully he'll beat Chris Jericho again at the Wembley Stadium show. And I hear there's going to be a rematch between Booker T and the Boogeyman. Boogeyman's there. I'm actually going to that show.
Never liked the Boogeyman's gimmick.
Look at the gimmick.
They're one of my burgers.
Awesome.
Saturday nights, they got a pasta bar.
Saturday
Holy
night,
shit.
Let's get out of here.
Saturday night's all right.
Yes.
Yes, I'd like a macaroni martini and a lasagna gimlet.
I want some rigatoni whiskey.
And I want a hamburger. And I want a hot dog.
You don't understand pasta or bar. Yay!
You'll get nothing and like it.
We go in the rest area, Paul.
Yeah, this is the first time we ever been in this rest area.
I'm going to use the candy machine.
I'm going to go walk the free nature path.
Walk.
I'm going to use the
I'm
bathroom.
going to use that four-letter word. Oh, I got a rock.
I gotta walk.
I got a rock. Never been to a rock.
Oh, yeah, right. But you're Black Adam himself.
Why is everything got to be black with you? Hey, they're parking where I wanted to.
Black Lightning.
All right, we now pause while we all pee.
At this place again. Remember last time?
You guys got to get enough of you. I'm hitting the ibuprofen early.
Oh man, if I'd have known that, I would have gotten something to drink. If I would have brought something to drink. Yeah, I was digging through my bag looking for some of that earlier. To no avail. I'm gonna stop and get something to drink.
Cold beer here.
Well, it looks like a hell of a load.
That was so funny.
Well, it's a microbrewery, so they're using a micro truck.
I'm like, where's the key? Oh, I don't need a key for this fancy car.
It's a box truck, and the box is actually just a box.
It's a box of beer.
It's a box. It's a cardboard box.
Please be sure to read this. Ah, it went away. How can I read it if it goes away?
Asks me. Let's get out of here before that tire truck starts following us again. I saw Joyride.
What's wrong with Joyride? That's my sister.
Hey now. Yeah, I'd say I'd have a comment, but that person was no joy.
Oh.
Oh, Joy's got nuts.
No.
Mama Joy's got rich milk chocolate, coconut, crunchy nuts too. Ooh. Wow, it's got deep dark chocolate in it. Coconut. I try to find those
Sometimes
commercials
you feel like a
on
nut. Give me a
YouTube.
break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Didn't Lay's potato chips have a catchy commercial? One Lay's potato chip makes you want what's more. One potato, two potato, three potato, four. That's it.
The only commercials I've been watching on YouTube are those 60s and 70s movie
Tony
trailers.
DiNucci's AWF.
Well, yeah. If you need a tattoo,
If you see this stop sign, stop your car.
one of the ads they have on the AWF are their tiny tag team champions trying to beat up a car. Are you having car trouble? And they're attacking the car, and it's don't do this. It makes your wrestlers look terrible.
Tired of your old worn out TV.
Oh, that's right. Butch has not heard.
Crusher died.
I have now seen the worst wrestling gimmick in the history of mankind?
You saw
Yamamoto,
Yamamoto.
a blow-up doll,
No.
who is a Japanese world champion.
I think Al Snow has to come out of retirement.
See,
What does everybody want?
actually, Al Snow's not retired. He runs Ohio Valley and wrestles there all the time. But
What a
one
man.
time, you know, okay, it's funny one time. By the fourth 20-minute match,
Yeah.
you're like, get this shit off my TV now.
Get
it off my TV now, please.
Match.
I don't want to cover it. I don't want to watch it.
20
I
minutes.
don't want to hear about it.
Time limit
If
draw.
that was your tag team partner and you got upset because you refused to tag in. Oh, tag in.
Tonight,
Don't tag
Yamamoto's
in.
going Broadway. How are his interviews?
Kind of whiny.
Who could beat him?
No one, obviously.
The prick.
What about that Cotton Belly guy or whatever his name was? I think he could beat him.
Jervis is now wrestling under his real name, and I don't remember what it is.
I'd like to see Orange Cassidy against that gym.
The Invisible Man. I had an Invisible Man LP record when I was a kid. Spider-Man, which was the Power Play record.
Power Records.
Power Records. Yeah, I had a Spider-Man album that collected the Spider-Man Man-Wolf story, which Tim has a great reproduction cover of at his shop. The Captain America and the Hawk in the Phoenix shall arise, which was went on to be New Baron Zemo.
There's a Conan one.
The Hulk and the Fantastic Four. Those four were represented on the Spider-Man and his Friends record that I had. And I had a Godzilla record. It's terrible. There's a Conan record.
Yeah.
Oh, I need that. I need to just bring it up.
They did DC ones too, but I never saw those.
Christ.
Yeah, I saw him coming.
Good job.
It's like, okay, you want to take it, you're a prick. Okay.
That car's not going to turn into me.
Yeah, I can fit between those two cars going 70 miles an hour.
Was Roy Thomas pretty convincing Conan actor then, or?
I don't know. It didn't sound like him.
Didn't sound like Conan?
Makes a better King Kong. Makes a better King Vitamin. Have breakfast with the King Vitamin.
King Vitamin cereal is no more.
What?
Alphabets is gone too. Did you know that?
Free comic book day.
Too many kids having vowel movements.
Oh. So, no. That's a shame, though. Alphabet soup?
I don't know if that's around or not, but I know Alphabet cereal's gone.
Come to the honeycomb hideout.
And when Martha the dog ate alphabet soup, the letters went into her brain and now she can talk.
How many dogs do you have now, Butch?
Then in that house, there are 2 dogs, okay? There's a bird, a parakeet, right? There's a chinchilla with the same name as the daughter's boyfriend.
Oh, that'll go over well if they break
And
up.
although I am deathly allergic, there are 2 cats. So,
okay, boys.
get the message, fella.
I'm going to stop and fill up with gas.
So, which of the dogs throws himself at the window?
Well, you saw how broken the windows are?
Yes.
Yeah, both of the dogs. And how they haven't killed themselves, I don't know. The windows are broken, wide open, razor sharp glass.
Yeah, I knock on Butch's door.
It's a madhouse.
Dogs are barking, then all of a sudden I hear boom, boom. It's like, okay, I'm pretty sure Butch can hear me even if he was dead.
Oh, that's all. Yeah, you don't. The knock.
Who needs a doorbell?
Doorbell does. I don't even know if it works. None of that has any.
Oh, I haven't knocked. I didn't knock on your door.
Yeah, it's just all about the dogs let you know. And they let you know, 15 times a night if somebody's walking down the street or parking next door.
Somebody goes to the movies down the street.
The cat's walking through the house. And there are chickens out back.
Oh.
Yeah.
I hear chickens will eat anything.
Yeah, and then you eat their eggs.
But whatever you do, don't feed them bok choy.
Don't feed them what? Botulism?
Don't feed them bok choy
choy?
because they never shut up about it.
Not bad. We're going to the store?
I know.
Yeah, let's stop. Where should we stop after this? Instead of doing everything in the same spot.
I'm so old, I remember when Holiday used to have comic books.
I'm so old.
You know, you can take a bus home.
School bus?
Everybody out. Sorry, no short bus. I saw it on a...
Oh, we have to
Sure,
get
I
out.
can imagine.
Now I gotta figure out how does this work? Oh.
Well, first of all, you gotta pull up on the correct side.
No! Just pick him up off the floor!
Bottle? I knew that was the ball. I knew that I should have saved that for something.
That's when I was in the hospital. I was like, oh my God, all the doctors are just the prettiest, youngest women I've ever seen.
Young?
Young.
Not a fan.
And I was asking the one doctor, who was my main doctor, because I guess the others were, they were doctors, but they weren't residents. They were like interning or something. And so they'd be like, I'm sitting there,
Hey.
can we listen to your chest? And I'm like, so.
Does Cocaine Bear take a shit in the
And
woods?
I actually asked him, I said, you know, I didn't comment about the young thing because I'm like, I don't think, A, they're probably the age of my daughter, and B, I don't think I'm old enough yet to pull the dirty old man shit. But
But you are.
I asked him, I said,
Chris would have bought a self-driving car. We could all be reading comics.
yeah. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
Instead, I'm going to do a reading of Preacher #1. So, again, by the way, I did it the first day it came out. I might as well do it again. So we'll pick one of those up. Or I'll just do it from memory.
There you go. Or just swear a lot and we'll say it was something written by Garth Ennis. Then we'll have, you know, some firecrackers go off. That'll be the gunfire.
Yeah.
Joe won't mind. He's okay with us blowing up firecrackers in the car.
Hey, I gotta get my ears
What the
ready.
hell happened to this car? Well, they're saying the Killers was in there, Chris.
I gotta get my ears ready. I'm going to
There was a deletion.
I'm going to the Aerosmith concert.
Took the,
You is?
Yeah.
I took Roman candles, fired them off in the car.
Just got
It was a
online.
deletion.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Roosevelt Road.
She ended up getting tickets because we've tried 3 times to get tickets. We thought of going to Bruce Springsteen, but he had that weird thing they tried out where the ticket prices went up the more the demand was, and of course, by the time she went for it, it's like, oh, we could be in the last row for $1,000 a ticket. No thanks.
In Barrow, Alaska.
And then she tried to get Billy Joel, Stevie Nicks concerts tickets, but that was at the stadium, US Bank Stadium, which is a terrible place for a concert. We went to U2 there, and that was like the music was
And a
good.
terrible place for a stadium.
But when they started talking, you know, I was like, it's like listening to Wally Carbo. And
He's dead, you know.
No way, Caribou!
well, he still ended up like way in the draft seats because Chris was like, look at this, I just signed on, I'm already 2,000 in line. Oh, the place fits 50,000 people. And by the time we get, you know, set for tickets, it's like, really? It's been like 3 minutes and the entire thing is sold out. Oh, that's because the first guy's like, I'd like to buy 48,000 tickets. Sure. Can I put it on my credit? I say, I don't have the cash. Pay me next week. I said, well, check the bookie site. You can probably find it for less.
For 10 times the amount.
Yeah.
You go there first. Get his tickets.
But we're like, and then of course KDWB is doing it, or I'm sorry, KQRS is like,
WB.
every top of the hour, 3 Aerosmith songs.
Stereo 101.
And if you hear this song, call for free tickets. I like that, Chris. Should we do the VIP pass and go hang out with the guys?
In a quarter mile,
Only
turn
a
right
couple
onto
thousand
33rd
bucks.
Street South.
Oh, that Baby Metal concert where they were selling the tickets $145 each without all the Ticketmaster fees. It sold out.
Oh, yeah. Now, if they would sing in English.
They have a couple songs in English.
Take the next right onto 33rd Street
Trust me,
South.
if you're going to baby metal, you don't care what language they sing.
I'll sing along no matter what. I know the
I
songs.
get tired just watching them. Good grief.
Continue for 4 miles.
What do you consider the first appearance of Captain Carrot?
Well, you know, I had 2 carrots making out in my garden, so that's got to be it.
New Teen Titans 23.
What do you consider the first appearance of Octagon, the man with the 8-sided head?
That I don't know.
That'll shut them up.
That'll. How about Bessie the Hell Cow?
That cow.
Octagon is another one of my big sketches in my bigger sketchbook. It's this big, dude.
That's it. I am going to call Marvel and demand a Bessie the Hell Cow limited series.
Wait, no, why Marvel always?
Because they own Bessie the Hell Cow.
Oh, they do, huh?
That was the first foe beaten by Howard the Duck.
Guys like
We missed the jobbers.
No, we didn't. We were alive. I could have come here for $2.99. Why didn't you tell me that, Cory?
After Joe left and then they drove in front of my driveway, I said, nope, that's too close. They're watching us. Joe and I had January Con in my driveway.
See, we should have more cons outside in the winter. Keeps out the riffraff.
Is the She-Hulk Man-Wolf story any good? Did they wrap up that Man-Wolf saga? Did
Unrequited love.
David Anthony Kraft wrap that up in the early She-Hulk issues?
Yeah.
Should I be looking for that today?
No.
No.
Because of the Mike Fosberg art? Yeah.
And because Kraft probably didn't write it. There are people saying, yeah, he was assigned stuff, and if he wasn't interested, he'd have somebody in the office write it for him.
Hey, would you write this for me?
Yeah, I've heard things like that.
Holy cow, garage sale. Oh, I got shocked by the car. No.
Better not tell the car how much you're spending on comics.
If you say you haven't spent a cent yet, you get a warm hug from the car.
Liar.
That's what the seat warmer
I get
is.
accused for lying.
Ooh, the seat warmer's really toasty.
The car just went right after me.
That was a ghost car.
Yeah, there are all kinds of ghost cars out here. It is St. Cloud.
It's the ghost of the car. My mother, the car.
Yeah, people who say TV used to be so much better
got
in the
here,
old
Joe?
days.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're compression gloves for my knuckles.
Yeah, arthritis.
Yeah.
Arthur.
And you're worn. And they look cool.
Aquaman.
They're driving gloves. So he can pretend he's in Fast and
I
the
know they ain't
Furious
weightlifting gloves.
Wait.
I never had a lift without you.
Good either way.
Yours was funnier. Mine was the most obvious. Yours was very funny.
Hey, what's next? Zoom! I'm on it.
Crazy Comics and Stories being sued by White Lion.
You're lying.
I think they'd
Why
be
is it always
happy
white
it
with
was,
you?
Why is White Snake snooting us?
They'd probably be happy they got a mention. Hey, it's the first time in 10 years we've been on the air.
Library.
Oh man, if you couldn't draw it though.
Basically, somebody did the Snoopy's doghouse. With Snoopy on it.
As one of those
Three
free lending libraries. Library.
See, I let my eyes fool me. I filled up at a whole 309. I could have got $2.99 back by the job.
Oh yeah, you'd be 80 cents richer right now.
I wonder if I can. Hey, can I return this gas?
Here, I'll just give you the 80 cents.
Disc golf today.
Disc golf today, Cory. Disc golf today.
University Drive in
Disc
Ninth
golf
Avenue in
today?
St. Cloud.
It's a question. Oh, that is a question mark. I thought it was a some kind of a swirl.
Disc golf today.
Disgusted.
Disc golf today. Disc golf today.
Thanks for ringing that up.
Nowhere else for it to go.
Roll the window down first.
Now, instead of comic shops, let's just hit liquor stores instead.
No.
I'm looking for a first appearance of Glenfiddich whiskey.
The world's largest liquor store.
Did you have the first appearance of Jack Daniels?
Why you?
I'm looking for that gay Bud Light beer.
I just go straight to the end and have the worm.
Did you have that stuff, that Kid Rockin'?
Turn to the last page. Look at the last page. Dave.
You'll never surprise the surprise liquor inside this bottle.
Don't you dare look at the last page. Ah! To stop people from leaving, we're going to lock the
Dark
door.
side?
Is there a Spidey Super Stories omnibus I should be looking for at the on the
Yeah, but no.
I don't think there was an omnibus, but
gonna
there
be.
was a collected like trade paperback that came out a few years ago.
paid paperback.
Marvel Classic Comics got an omnibus of all things.
Marvel Classic Comics. What is it? What's Marvel Classic Comics?
The adaptations of old novels.
Oh,
On the wrong side.
Marvel Classic Comics.
Joe, you're on the wrong side.
I know.
Be more economical.
Try to cut across 4 lanes of traffic next time.
Next
There's
time.
only 2, you wimp.
Yeah, but next time.
Yeah, next time,
The
4.
fantastic
Left
4
onto
lanes.
11th Avenue North, then turn left onto 1st Street North.
Venture left.
Well, you blew it, Gumby.
Whee!
Take the next right onto 12th Avenue North.
I said turn
right
left.
onto 3rd Street North.
This thing had no idea where I'm going.
Well, he's crossing over 2 lanes again, Corey.
There,
Take a right
there,
turn.
you got 4 already, so shut up.
Oh.
Take the next right onto 3rd Street North, then turn right onto 11th Avenue North.
Now, are we in like the nice part of town? Because this is like infinitely cleaner than where we came from.
Yeah, probably. No jobbers here.
Take the next right onto 11th Avenue North.
Yeah,
then
only
turn
main
left onto
eventers here.
2nd Street North.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. What's Mr. America?
Who's that guy with 1 leg?
Take the next left onto 2nd Street North, then turn left
Oh,
onto 10th
we're getting the
Avenue
free
North.
comics before you.
Boy, those free comics are always good. Boy, I can't wait to get those.
Turn left at 10th Avenue North.
Whee!
Left.
Kray,
Where's this thing taking us?
you're testing me. Old brick house.
Food aplenty, I was assured.
Oh, I see where it's taking us.
You got all tappy.
Tappy Turtle.
Joe, tell us about the.
Tell us about the flowers.
I couldn't remember the name of the unnameable one. Tell us about the unnameable one.
The unnameable one. We're not supposed to name them.
It was the unmentionable.
Unmentionable one. Told you I couldn't remember his name.
Yeah, because you didn't-
The unmentionable. That's in your underwear?
It was the
Then turn at 6th Street North.
unlookatable art.
The unpantsable.
The unseeable girl.
There she is.
There she blows.
Elizabeth Storage Bin Boutique.
Who says a comic book has to be good?
Whorehouse.
Ali Garcia.
Not Brand Eck.
Runs it.
And what are we buying at this place?
It's a comic shop owner's wife.
So let's see, wait. I'm a big comic fan, so if it's my wife, oh, we're going to buy a bunch of garbage.
Actually, I'm going to go buy the Marvel
Your
stock books.
destination is on the right.
Well, I know how I'm getting home. That trike.
Weakest stroke. We're here.
Joe, careful when you go in that door.
Oh,
So where are we?
are we recording?
Yeah.
Why, hello. We are at Elizabeth, sign's right over there. Elizabeth something boutique in St. Cloud, Minnesota, run by the wife of Ali Garcia, hence the name Elizabeth. And I came up because he had, or she had, I think all the Marvel stock comic books / whatever, and he gave me a pretty good deal on it. He's down in Iowa, I guess, for Free Comic Book Day. But I told him we were stopping up here, and they put him aside, and the young lady running the place at the moment. Sorry, somebody's bad-mouthing. I made the comment that we found 25-cent pogs here. And somebody, bad-mouth, I'd rather give these away for free and charge 25 cents for the comics. I'll find you, Thomas. Anyways. And I found some, I guess, corgi-type Hot Wheel cars called the Royal Mail, obviously for UK mail. And Butch, who we found, as you can tell from the first half of the show, is digging through the DVDs and the CDs. I was getting a little dizzy from standing, so I came outside to sit. And there was a train, so I went and took pictures of the train. Yay! I like trains. How about you, Mr. Strode? You came out empty-handed, but did you see anything of interest?
They have some pretty cool vinyl.
Oh, yeah.
All of it used. But they also have a lot of stuff for vinyl collectors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The sleeves, the protectors. I didn't see... I saw maybe 1 or 2 45s. I was looking for 45 collectors.
I have a lot of pops. A lot of Funko Pops.
Yeah. It's going to shops like this that get my blood revving for a pop-up store. You know, where you can just sell stuff. You know, just have fun, which is probably what I like doing more than anything. And get a couple ideas for displays, cheap displays. Because they have a pretty good mixture of stuff. I mean, out front, we've got bikes, we've got doors, we've got chairs. Step ladder, which probably reminds me a lot of the one I got from my grandpa. Well, it's an antique.
People are using the wooden ones now as decorations.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. There's one over there that's that way. Inside, like Cory said, there's pops. They did have some comics.
Weird selection,
coins,
too.
Baseball cards. Yeah, it's like a collection they found. If you notice, the guy pulled up next to us had a bunch of 45s. Came in, and he's either dropped them off. I don't know if this is like a like an Antique Minnesota where you can bring your own stuff in to sell or not.
Well, I didn't see people's names on the sticker.
So this might they might sell or for credit or whatever. But I'm trying to read what the sign says.
Vinyl sold here.
Yeah. And then in the back were a bunch of things you'd expect to find. Pewter figures, dishes, you know.
They had a can of Billy beer.
Did they really?
It was empty, but still.
What, did you check the price?
No, but I did look at the Schlitz malt liquor mug. Mm-hmm. If it wasn't plastic, I would have bought it. But it was $5 and it was plastic. So when plastic gets old, you don't want to put anything in it that you're going to put in your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it's old enough, it can become a collector item.
Well, I do get old, like, soda glasses. I have a couple of the Pepsi where they look like goblets.
Oh, yeah?
Because I just looked at them and was like, oh, it's really cool. It's got the 70s Pepsi logo on it. Mm-hmm. Different size Coke glasses. Because I remember way back in the late 80s, McDonald's, at certain times, if you buy a Coke, you get a special Coke glass. And Coke had that design. I still have those. I like those.
Yeah, because most of the people threw them out.
Yeah.
You know, even we went to a Saints game a couple of weeks ago, and they actually had plastic soda cups. And most of the people just toss them or throw them in the recycling bin. But I told Chris, hang on to it, just because I kind of like it. Just something on the logo. And when I get home, like this cup will be, maybe I'll throw... like I've got one cup when I find weird toy pieces lying around, I toss it in there.
Oh, yeah.
And this one might be for dice or something. Which drives Chris nuts. What are you going to do with all this?
I don't know. I never have to answer those questions.
Now, there's one thing I did notice, which is why I don't antique shop with Chris. She is deathly allergic to mold.
Yeah.
Oh, you walked in this shop and a old mold smell. Old smell. And it was, I just wonder if there's somewhere you can have a shop like that and not have that smell. Because even going to, you know, she can't go to Antique Minnesota because she can smell it. That's how sensitive she is to this stuff. I may get home tonight and she's going to go, you were in a antique store, because she might smell it on me.
I wonder how many people, you know, when you bring stuff in to an antique store, how many people give it a good, you know, give it a good cleaning.
No, I don't think they would at all.
Yeah, and that's probably why that is.
Because, yeah, it's just something that that would keep me from running a full-fledged antique store. You know, even I got a batch of comics the other day that were, even to me, were like, you know, you get the old comic smell, and then you get the, whoa, these were stored in a wet, damp spot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what am I going to do with them? Right now they're on the porch. I'm hoping they air out, but I've actually thrown like dryer sheets in them sometimes, but these, I think, I may dump them in Antique Minnesota. I don't know.
I may dump them on eBay. I may dump them on Butch.
That may be where I got them from.
We should have stopped here after the comic shop.
Nope, comic shop. The comic shop, we don't spend much time there because...
Right, but then we'd have something to read while Butch is digging.
Well, you could have bought something. They had comics. They had comics for $1.
I have most of them.
Besides, I figured once we find a shopping spot, then we'll go to the bookstore and then we'll go visit Tim.
Yeah, that bookstore is a danger for me.
Yeah. There's Tom. Tom Nigan is in Oakleaf Comics.
Yeah.
All set up. I got art from him, too. And there's Mike Rittenhouse down in Hero House Comics doing Free Comic Book Day. He's one of the guys that did Bob and Hal. Used to come up and visit us all the time.
Oh, cool. Here's
He's Indianapolis, Indiana.
a mix of Duel of the Fates and Halo.
You'll have to edit that out, otherwise YouTube will kick you off.
No, they'll just say copyright, but because it's mixing the two songs.
Oh, here comes Butch.
You dummies missed it. I bought Action Comics #1.
Oh, good man. That's Superman #1, you idiot.
Oh no, I got wrong. I remember looking at that at John's when I was a kid, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
I just bought a new Superman #1.
Oh yeah.
And another new Superman #1.
Superman. I bought the gay one.
No, they've
I got a bunch of stuff. Do I have to list it?
Yeah.
Do I have to?
No.
No, didn't they just reprint Superman #1?
What? So the Superman one in question, I don't, now that we're pulling away, I want Butch to go, hey, I want to return it, was the treasury size one. First edition, they call them?
Yeah. Famous first edition.
Because there was a guy just recently, I'm on a Facebook group, and I swear people are stupid, trolling, or lazy. Because they're like,
no.
Hey, I got this Superman #1. Is it worth anything? And people are like, because it's beat to heck. And he's thinking, oh, I found something. No, unfortunately, that's the treasury.
The pull out from the treasury or the treasury sized one?
And so he's like, I'll throw it out. And no, even in that shape, it's good.
I throw it out.
It's good, but it's like, some people are like, really?
Then I'm going to go in the cupboard and throw it out my groceries.
You really didn't know that?
I like throwing stuff. I'll throw away my couch.
Now you were,
Is my cupboard worth anything?
I'll throw it out and just put the soup on the floor.
I don't know if you saw what I bought. I bought the Marvel stock books.
I'm sorry. Marvel stock.
Yeah, when they did the stock report.
Every year they do their annual report
you'll have to
as
show
a
me.
comic.
Oh yeah.
You have to show me.
Oh, you were digging through the DVDs and CDs. What'd you find?
How'd
you remember?
A bunch of stuff.
I found a bunch of stuff.
I think I got season 7 of Family Guy. I got maybe season 7 of South Parks, season 7 of Star Wars, season 7 of Spider-Man.
Lots of sevens.
3 copies of The Best of Steve Miller, Volume 2.
Salem 7. The Best of Steve Miller, Volume 2. Keep on a rockin' me, baby.
Route 4 on the bus.
Yeah, I got some CDs. I don't know, man. I'm not good at remember. I got a couple of collections like 70s
But they were
and 50s
pretty
and stuff
decent
like
shape.
that.
I mean, and cheap.
Yeah.
You found me, and
I just-
I don't know where my copy of Saturday Morning Greatest Hits is. So you found one for like $3.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, if you don't want it, I'll take it.
And I got some dollar DVDs.
Yeah.
You know.
I picked up a YouTube.
They should have paid
How to
you if
Build
you
a
took that
Comic
copy of Don't Mess with the Zohan.
I didn't because it was original theatrical cut.
Ooh.
Not a good movie.
Ooh.
Oh, it looked great. I'm gonna watch that and The Love Guru back to back.
Love Guru.
Yeah, baby.
I don't know why Tim just doesn't move down here.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just doesn't think of it, you know. He's not a very thoughtful person.
No, he's not. Tim don't think. So, okay, what's the deal? We have to pay if we're out here, but if we go around...
And I just spent all
the
my
ramp
change.
is free.
Less walking. We can bang on the back door.
Hey, let us in! Tim!
Dale Gruber!
Hey, Professor Gruber. Hey, these books are revisited.
Hey, and they're open.
Hey, let's go visit them.
Who'd have thought
Then
they'd
we'll
be
go back and visit them again.
And
Fun
then...
is over. Hey, look, it's somebody dressed like Cory.
Ha ha! Trunk! Oh, we hit him! And he runs like Cory.
They redid this. It used to be
Yeah,
parking
man.
here.
Yeah.
You bastards!
Oh, they filled in the giant hole.
Hell, I guess we're going to the parking ramp, see?
Henceforth, I'll be known as Homer J. Simpson.
I think he's talking to you.
Park there, Joe. Just park in the giant hole.
Yeah, they'll never say nothing.
They'll never know. Right up in the middle. So much for parking in the front. It wasn't even an option. It doesn't even look like him.
Mr. Simpson.
Mr. Sampson, and stomp on your foot. You say...
Simpson. No, never heard of him.
I think he's talking to you.
Pay to park.
I don't think you have to pay on Saturdays, do you?
Prepayment required.
Not here,
Park
no.
on member stall number. Prepay with coin credit card. Coin credit card.
Which is
House
why,
of Pizza.
Which is why I figure I'll park here.
I only have a coin card.
Because that's what Tim always tells us. Yeah, just park in the ramp. It's
Park
free.
in the back.
Tim's a back door. All right. We'll talk to you when we get back. Woohoo!
And there we go. That is the first of the Free Comic Book Day Ride-Along audios. Don't know how many there will be. We have a lot of audio from that day. We've also got, when Joe and I went up to Duluth, that'll be at least 2 episodes. And then on Thursday of this week, you've got this month's previews episode, so it'll be coming in just under the wire so you can make your order. I know that we missed 2 weeks. We are going to catch up over the next 2 weeks, so you're getting 2 episodes a week for the next 2 weeks. Then things will get back to normal, whatever that is. Want to thank you for listening, and hit my music.